Hello everybody. Today let us make coconut holige or Kayi holige. For that I am taking 1 cup of maida, about 1 to 1.5 cup. To this I am going to add 1 tablespoon of oil. Give it a good mix. Now add water to make it a soft dough. The dough is ready. I am applying a little bit of oil over it. Spread it all over. And I'm going to close a lid and allow it for resting for about 1 hour. I have taken about 2 large coconuts, cut it into pieces. Now I'm going to add it to the mixer jar, grind it into a paste. Add a little bit of water, about 1 teaspoon, and then I'm going to grind it to make it into a fine paste. This is fine. Now you have to measure this grounded coconut in the same cup. You can see you have to measure it in the same cup so that it will be easier for you to measure the jaggery and add it. I have taken about 2 1/4 cup of jaggery for the grounded coconut, which was 2 3/4 cup. I am adding about 3/4 cup of water, but you add only half a cup because it took a longer time for me to cook it. Just add half a cup of water to the jaggery. Keep it on a low flame. It's almost, the jaggery is melted now. I'm going to filter it out so that if there are any impurities, it can be removed. Now check the consistency of the jaggery. I'm going to check it by taking some water in a plate. Take 1 spoon of this melted jaggery, drop it in the water, and just try to get all that jaggery together. Then it will form a small ball like structure. Then it is done. Then the consistency is perfect. If it spreads in the water, then you have to boil it again. So now the consistency is perfect. I'm going to add the grounded coconut. It was about 2 3/4 cup. Give it a good mix. Mix it well on a low flame only. So you can see it is watery. So I'm going to cook it on a low flame. I'm going to cover a lid because it is all spilling outside. So it will take around 15 to 20 minutes. Until then I have kept these powders ready. Cardamom about 10 and dry ginger powder. Dry ginger powder is optional. We can skip it. Now this is almost done. You can see the consistency now. It took about 20 to 25 minutes for me to cook to get this consistency. Now I'm going to add the dry powder, that is the cardamom powder, and the dry ginger powder I'm going to add. This is the cardamom powder. Dry ginger powder is optional. You can skip it. But you add cardamom powder, it gives a good flavor to you. I have a tip here. If the consistency is not as I have shown, you can just add a little bit of roasted gram powder to it, about 1/4 cup, to get this consistency quickly. Now allow it to cool it down. So allow it to cool for about half an hour. I have kept a pan for heating and an oil paper. See, this is the consistency you should get. It should form a ball like structure. I'm going to apply oil, and then Make small balls out of this maida dough or the maida flour. Take small portion of it. Now I'm going to grease the paper with the oil. Roll it with the rolling pin. Little bit of oil should be applied to the rolling pin as well. Roll it. Now I'm going to take this coconut filling. Just apply a little bit of ghee or oil to the hands and then give it a good shape. And then place it in the dough and cover it by pulling the dough from all the sides like this. Seal it properly, and the extra dough, if any, you can always remove it out like this, as I am doing here. Now you can see it is sealed from all the sides. Now I'm going to apply a little bit of oil. Just pat it by applying oil to your hands, or you can use a rolling pin. Anyway, you can do it. See, it's almost done. Now the pan is already heated. Now I'm going to place that coconut holige or kai holige on the pan, on the heated pan or the tawa. So I'm just going to add a little bit of oil for the first time when I'm doing, and later on you need not add oil for cooking the holige. Now I'm going to transfer it onto the pan on a low flame only. I have kept the pan on the low flame. Cook it on both the sides. Evenly it should be cooked. Please keep it on the low flame only. Now the second one I'm rolling here. Same method. I've placed the coconut filling inside it. I'm going to cover it. You can just see how I'm going to cover it from all the corners and seal it properly, and excess dough can be removed. And again, you can see it is properly sealed from all the sides. Now I'm going to apply oil. And it's almost done. I'll show you one more method of making this coconut holige. One method is by applying oil on the oil paper. See, this it's almost done. Second method, I'm taking the dry maida powder, dusting it over the dough, rolling it with the rolling pin. You can see, you can just roll it to a small sized round shape. Now I'm going to place that coconut filling and then cover it on all the sides. The same method as I showed you before, and seal it completely. And if there is any extra dough left, you can always remove it. Seal it properly from all the sides. Now again I'm going to just dust the maida or dip it in the maida flour, dry maida flour, and then I'm going to roll it lightly. You have to roll it so that the holige will not break open anywhere. And then I'm going to transfer it onto the hot pan. It's done. So give a try to this kai holige or coconut holige.